Hello, 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 everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me and see me. Let me know. Hi, Ann, and hi, Robin. How are you? Okay, you got it tonight. I heard that. I got my Zinfandel. We're ready to go. Ready to go tonight. So, how's everybody doing? Hopefully, the two of you had a great weekend. Everything went fine. Oh, my weekend was uneventful. It's been gloomy here. Hey TR, hey Val, hey Becky, how you doing? Hello everybody. Thanks for coming into the chat. Thank you. And for those of you that may be watching this as a replay, welcome. Thank you for stopping by to look at the chat, and hopefully you'll get some information out of here that you can use. And I'm so thankful that you stopped by. Hey Terry, who else has dropped in? Terry's my daughter. Hi. So, uh, we got a minute. Wait a few more minutes. Got about 6 people in here so far. And today's topic, as you know, yep, on the way. Well, thank you for the thumbs up on the way. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me get my little thing going here. Let me see if that's the one. Not that one. There we go. To remind people right off the bat to do that. And as time goes on, hi Dorothy, how are you? Hey from Florida. Where are you from Florida? I used to live in Clearwater and Pinellas Park near Tampa. Where are you? Let me know. I think I need to fix this light. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's better or worse. It's a little better. I just got all of this white right up in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see it. Kind of hard to get these lights adjusted. Now I'm looking like a ghost. Oh my goodness, it gets worse. Get some. I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get, and still have some light on. Melrose. Now I don't know where Melrose is. Melrose. Where is Melrose? What is that near? I was near Tampa. What is Melrose? Do I remember where Melrose is? Not sure. But anyway, doesn't matter. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, everybody had a great week last week and a weekend. The weather here has been dreary, rainy, chilly, not like it was last week. There's been no sunshine, and today there's been no sunshine. I'm ready for the sunshine. Now we had our April shower. Now it's time for the May flowers, so we can do without all this rain for a minute anyway. I know we need the rain. The rain is good to have and all that, but I'd like to have some sunshine in there. Hey, how you doing, Juana? How you doing? Crafty Puerto Rican. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Juana? If that's not correct, let me know. Give me the phonetic correction for that. And tonight we're going to talk about free embroidery stuff. I was just cruising along on the internet. Hi, Robin. How you doing? Yeah, you like some sun. I don't know what it is with the sun. I don't know what it is with this weather. We can't. Nothing is predictable anymore. But anyway, as I was saying, I was cruising along on Facebook and ran across this site that said hundreds of free fonts, hundreds of free design. where to look to get. I can tell you where you can get all these free fonts and free designs and so forth and so on. And even though many of us have been embroidering for a while, and I'm sure if you're anything like me, you have a whole catalog of designs, but I guess you never can have too many. And you never know when, if you like me again, even though I have lots of designs, I have goodness. Okay, you lost me for a minute. I don't know what that was all about. I was just texting my daughter to tell you guys to hold on for a second. I had to check this out and see what was going on. I have no idea. It could be the weather. I don't know because, like I was saying, it's not been pretty here. It's been cloudy, overcast, no sun, chilly, and that was all of last week and the weekend as well, and again today. So hopefully I'm back and I don't get another um, blackout or whatever that was that happened. But anyway, I'm back. And hi, Betty Folder. Hi, Becky. I think I spoke to you. Marissa, hi. You came on while I was trying to get back on the air. Um, you guys know that my computer just went blank, so I have no idea what happened. But you know, Wi-Fi is crazy. Yeah, it can be crazy everywhere. Wi-Fi is not something that you can hang your hat on because it has its own life. It does what it wants to do. But let's hope and keep fingers crossed that it hangs in here for a while and we don't lose anything. So it is 8:06, and I've had my blackout and I'm back. So hopefully I didn't lose anybody, and hopefully that doesn't happen anymore, and we can go forward. So what I was saying is that, hey, Jay, how you doing? Hello from San Antonio, Texas. Thanks for stopping by. Love how you show different jackets behind you. Thank you so much. You know, I have to do my little advertisement because other people be looking at my live streams too. That jacket I did while I was still in Florida. That is my MVSU HBCU jacket that I did with my logo. My mascot is on the back at the top, and I have two of my logos, different um, college logos, my undergraduate college logo, one on each side. So that was just my way of sticking out. Like I said, I love jackets, doing jacket backs. So that is embroidery. So I do a little bit of it all, and like I said, I love doing jacket backs. If a jacket comes in here, it's in trouble because it's probably gonna get some put on the back of it. That's just kind of how I roll. But anyway, please tell us about the jacket back behind you. Like I was saying, my alma mater, my undergraduate school is Mississippi Valley State University. Mississippi Valley State University. That is, if anybody knows anything about football, or if your husband or significant other knows anything about football and loves football, MVSU is the home of Jerry Rice. Used to be the outstanding running back for the 49ers and for the Raiders, the LA Raiders, I believe it is. And of course, he is retired. I did not meet Jerry at college because I'm a little bit older than Jerry, so he wasn't going when I was there. But I did get a chance to see him play in his senior year at Valley. So I got a chance to see him. Now I'm not gonna say up close and personal, but I did see him running up and down that field, kicking booty. He and Willie Totten was tearing it up. TSU didn't have a prayer that day. But anyway, that's what the jacket is all about. And like I said, my mascot is on the back, and I have the two logos on the front. I might turn it around eventually. But anyway, that's it. And yes, it is denim, and it is a denim, black denim jacket. And love Jerry Rice. Been a 49er fan since I was little. There you go. You know who I'm talking about. Jerry Rice in Montana. They were a team. I know I was working as a pharmaceutical rep in his heyday, and we would have football days or what have you, and I would be so proud to wear my 49er shirt or whatever it was. And my youngest son actually got a chance to meet Jerry Rice, and of course he took a picture and made sure that I got that picture. And my ex-husband actually was working at a school when Jerry was playing for the Raiders, I believe it was, and they were coming to St. Louis to play against the St. Louis Rams when they had a football team, and was going to be doing their practicing at on the field at the school where he worked. And I had purchased a Jerry Rice doll, and I still have the little like a Ken doll, that kind of size type thing. I had purchased the Jerry Rice doll, and so I gave it to him, and I said, when you yeah, gone again, back again. So yeah, I told my daughters to tell y'all guys to hold on. I'm trying my best. I don't know what's going on. I didn't check to see if it was storming outside. I don't hear anything. I it's just probably the internet wanting to act a fool tonight. If it ain't, if when I finally got a webcam where I wasn't having camera issues, now it looks like I'm having um internet issues, but let's hope that that is the last time it goes out. I'm so hopeful. Hopefully, it won't go out again. But let me complete the story about the Jerry Rice. Anyway, he asked Jerry to sign the 49er doll that I had, and he initially told him no because he said, I don't do 49er stuff anymore because he was no longer a 49er. But when he told him that I went to Valley State with him, he signed it. So I got a chance to get, I do have an autographed Jerry Rice doll that will be of some value at some point in life. May not be my life, but at some point in life it will have some value because it is it is autographed by the Jerry Rice. So that's my Jerry Rice story on that one. Okay, it is 8:13, and let's dive into the info that I have. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up a slide with some information on it. And I'm not putting, I don't have a slideshow or anything like that. The reason I'm putting a slide up is because I wanted you all to be able, if you wanted to screenshot it, copy it down, or whatever, names of some places where you can get free font, free appliques, and free embroidery design. Excuse me. Hi, AM. How you doing? Welcome. I don't know if you were on here with the going back and forth with the outage, but hopefully you missed all that part. So I don't think anybody else has popped in new that I haven't spoken to yet. So here we go with the information. So if you want to jot it down, or like I said, screenshot, hopefully you can see it. And it's free, free, free embroidery stuff. And this is the list of things or places. And I actually went on to the majority of these sites just to check them out to see if they indeed had free designs. And some of them I was familiar with, some of them I was not, but they all had some type of free design. Some of them may be a surprise to you, and some may not be. As far as I'm concerned, I have gone on to Anne the Grand site before and have actually purchased some things from her site, and she does have free designs. Now, I do know that she has a subscription membership program that you can get some free designs without being a member. But if you become a member, you're eligible for more free designs. And what I found, most of these sites are similar to that. Now, John Deere, which I was surprised. I really didn't know that much. Well, I knew he had his legacy clubs and all of his designs and everything. And to be honest about it, a lot of the things that he promotes in his legacy clubs and stuff are very stitch heavy, very dense, opulent type of designs, a lot of animals and things like that that I don't see the need for. But he does have some free designs, and he has various categories that not necessarily free, but his designs himself that he sells. He has different categories, which they all do. And I know he does have freestanding lace as one of the categories. And if anybody got a chance to see my video that I did with the cut work lace for the dinner napkins, that's where I got that design from. And I showed it to you guys last week before I actually got a chance to stitch it out. And it went really well. The tutorials on, I did my thing, but they also have the tutorial on his site, and it's very simple. I was really surprised that cut work is as simple as it is. Um, for some reason, it looks so intricate and beautiful. You always equate something that is like that is difficult to do, but it wasn't. Embrilliance software site, the site where you actually go and purchase the software from. If you purchase it directly from Embroidery, you know you can get it from Amazon and other places. But if you go directly to the Embroidery software site, which is where I get my software from, they have, which I did not know until I was listening to one of the tutorials that they have out. Lisa, and her last name escapes me, but her first name is Lisa, and she mentioned it in one of her tutorials that they have some free designs, and so of course I got nosy, went and checked it out, and yes, indeed, Embrilliance does quite a few free designs, so you can check their site out as well. Embroidery Online, which is OESD, and they have free Lisa Shaw. Thank you, Tisha. Yes, that is her name. And they have some free designs as well. And so um, I think I told you guys about their dollar designs as well. Some of their designs are free, but they also have the dollar designs, which I saw, which I got a few, and they're nice designs, not bad at all. Embroidery Design, they have a membership as well, and you can get multiple designs. I think you can get three free designs without a purchase, and then the more you spend, I think if you spend, I want to say $35, you can get six, $75, you can get nine, something like that. I think that's the site that I saw that did that. And number six is Creative Kiwi, and they have free designs as well as free fonts. So that's another place that, if anybody's wanting to, they can check that out. Hi, Jackie, Crafty Expression. How you doing, Jackie? Thanks for stopping in. Um, and like I said, most of these sites I did check out just to see what they had, especially the ones that I wasn't familiar with. And Creative Kiwi does have some really nice designs. I don't know if I checked her fonts out per se, but she does have good designs that are free. Now, there's a site called Free Embroidery Designs, and believe it or not, they have free embroidery designs on their site, and it looked like they had quite a few of them. And it was just kind of interesting. And you say you just took a picture of it. Good. That's what I wanted you guys to take a picture or whatever, so you can kind of look these things up yourself and check them out and see if they have anything of interest. You can always use something free, especially like I was saying earlier. If you're only going to use it once, you may not want to pay for it. You might have some type of gift or job or something that you're doing that you only need a particular type of cutesy design or what have you, because none of these, they're all free. So some of them are much better than others. I put it that way. Some of the sites that I went to that had the free designs, they were beautiful. I was surprised they were free. They were really vibrant and everything, and I could see where I could use it on a towel or on a. Even they had cute little baby stuff where you could use it on baby bibs and things like that. So that would, you know, be helpful. Designed by Juju does have free designs as well, and I think hers may be a membership as well. I'm not quite. I don't remember. Bunny Cup, which has a lot of baby designs that are free, designs that you use for baby things are free, and it also stated that she had free funds. So that's just a few of the sites that I found. I didn't want it to be too laborious and have a whole long list. So the sites that I saw that had free appliques, which I thought was pretty cool: Planet Applique, Creative Applique, Applique Alley, Happy Applique, and wax, suede embroidery. Now that one I was pleasantly surprised. They were really some beautiful appliques. I was surprised. And then the sites with the free font. GG Design Embroidery, I think that's correct. Yeah, GG Designs Embroidery, Oma Place, and Five Star Font. Now, I found these this information basically from two things that I did. Where it's a list of places, I got the info from AI, which is artificial intelligence, and the Sewing Machine Fun site. The Sewing Machine Fun site is an actual site that I just stumbled up on accidentally, and she had this whole array of 200 free fonts, 200, 500 free designs, so forth and so on, places where you could get them. And so I just kind of went through her stuff and started looking at it. So you might want to, for yourself, just go to the fun, it's Sewing Machine Fun. And if you go there, look that up and go there, then you'll see this whole array of different places that supposedly will give you free designs, free fonts, free appliques. Some even the information she had was free embroidery um, software. Now I did look into some of that, but I didn't see anything that I was impressed with. So that's why I didn't even put that on there. And then the other thing is that she offers a lot of information and tutorials, whereas the majority of these sites also have tutorials that you could probably um, get information in how to do certain things and everything. So I'm going to take this down. If most of you have screenshotted and whatever you want to do with it, then I'll go ahead and take this off. But I just wanted to share that with everybody. And you were saying you hope all their stitches are good. Of course, I have not used any of them other than the embroidery online. I did get something free and used it, and embroidery design, and I don't even know if I put that up there, but embroidery design does have some free that I've used. And I'm going to, who else did I get something free from that I use? So, if you get something free, of course, you have to exercise caution. But when you get it, download it, look at it, put it in your embroidery software, check it out. If you know anything about digitizing, you can look at what the underlay looks like, what the density, all of that kind of stuff, the running stitches. I don't know a daggum thing about digitizing. I'm just throwing out the words that I hear. If you check all that stuff out and it looks good, then it most likely will stitch out. And then you can always stitch out a sample before you actually put it onto your garment. And speaking of that, it just popped in my head. How many of you actually do what the experts recommend? And that is to stitch out your design as a sample before you actually put it on your project, whatever it is that you're doing, whether or not it's a jacket bag, a t-shirt, um, towels, any of those things. How many of you actually do that? Because I'm curious. I have to be honest about it. I don't. Um, Not always. I have on occasion. So Tisha, you say you always do, and Robin, you said you're bad. You don't. See, you and I both are bad. I honestly don't. And okay, TR, you said depends on what it is. I usually try to. That's what is recommended. And one of the things that prevents me from doing it is because what I usually stitch out is very thread dense, and it takes up a lot of thread. Put it that way. So thread and time. Thread more so than the time for me. And I just see that's such a waste to be stitching something out and you're not going to use it, and then you got to stitch it out again. Now, Betty, you said 90% of the time you do a stitch embroidery, test embroidery. Well, that's good to know. Now, do you stitch out the entire design, or does it depend upon how big and dense what the thread count is? Do you do that? Because I just see it using up a lot of thread. I know I did. I started doing it once on something, and I just stopped because I thought, oh my goodness, I'll be stitching for 2 hours for something that I'm not even going to use. And you said print it out. Sometimes you do. Now you say you print it out. Excuse me. Explain how does that help? Because I'm trying to learn. I'm curious. Tisha, you said, I have been embroidering for over 45 years and didn't do it before because years ago I always purchased designs from professionals. That makes sense. And okay, Tisha, you said now anyone will digitize and sell the designs and you never know how they will turn out. Trust me, I've had that issue too. Not a lot. I've been pretty lucky. I did buy a design once, and it actually was that design. Not that design, but it was that design from Etsy, and it had to have been auto digitized. That was the worst mess I had ever seen in my life. I was mad and floored. I couldn't believe anybody was selling that stuff. And I think the design was $3 or $4. I don't remember. But it just would not stitch. I mean, it was horrible. And I know it had to have been auto uh, digitized. I couldn't think of any other reason why it stitched out so bad it was not usable. So I actually got that particular design digitized by Embroidery Design. So I just want to let you know they will digitize logos and so forth and so on because they did all three of the logos that I wanted for to put on my jacket, and I paid them whatever $50 a piece or what I don't remember what it was, but um, it was worth it because that's what I wanted, and then you know it's good. So it helps you place it. Yes, as far as printing it out, it does help you place it. And thank you for clearing that up. I don't always print out either, but I know I should. I got to get better at that, printing things out and putting it on as I do. Now, if I'm making something for somebody else that I'm selling or whatever, then I do the whole step measuring, making sure it's centered correctly, all of those kinds of things that you have to do to make sure that you're putting out good product. But if I'm doing something for myself, I get lazy. I do a lot of eyeballs. Okay, Val, excuse me, Val, you said if I'm not sure, I would open in my digitizing program to look at stitches and under. There you go. Like I was saying, if you know anything about what to look for, which is one of the reasons, the only reason now that I know better, that I really want to know a little stuff, something about digitizing, is to be able to do exactly that, Val. Because I don't know, I know terminology a little bit. I don't know the process and I don't know what to really look for. But yeah, that would be uh, worthwhile. And I want to be a digitizer for that very reason. Well, I don't want to be, I thought I wanted to be a digitizer, but I don't think I want to go through the hassle of the point by point by point by point by point. And I have Will Come Hatch and I have Design 11. Both are digitizing programs, so I have all of the tools that I need to do it with. I think will come hatch may be a little easier from what I've been told. I don't know. I do like what I see. Their organizer is really great. And Yola Bean is not on here, but Crafty, you're on here. You know, I was having issues with the thumbnailer, and I think I got it to work finally. Finally, I'm seeing my icon. So I just had to, I don't know what I had to do, but whatever it was, I did it. So it's working for me now. But the other thing is Organizer in Welcome Hatch does the same thing. And you say our eyeballing is good sometimes. It is. You know, when you kind of can see stuff and look at it and not quite right, you know, the folding stuff and ironing, getting it, smack in the middle and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, all of the measuring and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not really that accurate with it. I do it, but for some reason, I don't trust me being accurate with it. But I do it because I know if I'm doing it as a business, if I'm doing it for a customer, as Jackie was saying, you got to do everything that you're supposed to do to make sure that your product is going to be good. Nobody's going to be upset because it isn't right. And many of us don't know. Uh, I'm going to say lay people that don't do what we do may not know what's wrong with it, but you know what's wrong with it, and therefore the guilt, the embarrassment, and then you never know if they're going to wear it or use it or whatever and be around somebody that does know embroidery and they look at it and say this is a hot mess. Because I've had people bring things to me and I looked at it and I said, this is a hot mess. No wonder you're coming to me because this is a hot mess. So if you know embroidery, you know good and well when something is off or good or whatever. So we need to be much better. But I'm glad to hear that I am not the only one that kind of short. I do shortcut for myself. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, enough of me and my bad habits. Um, the businesses on your list, I have never had a problem with. Oh, great. Okay, that's from Betty. So that's good to hear. And I'm assuming that you're familiar. I'm familiar with quite a few of them, but not every one of them. Like the Creative Kiwi, and of course, Creative Applique and John Deere and Embroidery Design and Designed by Juju, places like that. Yeah, I'm familiar with them, and I don't have any issues with them. I did not check Falcon Embroidery, and I just thought about it. They do have free ones as well. And Royal Present. I spoke of them last week and I forgot to have them on the list. They have free embroidery designs as well, and I trust them. And it was one other place. Embroidery Library only had two free designs on there. And one of them was I Love EL, which is I Love Embroidery Library. That ain't free, that's advertisement. I didn't count them. So I didn't even look up Urban Threads because Urban Thread and Embroidery Library are sisters. So if one does it, the other one does, and vice versa. So when I say sister, I don't mean blood sisters. I mean the sites themselves are sisters. So because I don't know who they are, but I know they're correlated in some form or fashion. Okay, Craig Country McLean, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. And what are you? So you'll seen old, but you'll need to get your life together and find yourself a man. Who in the world is this? You're so ugly and you ain't talking about nothing and see a therapist and have a blessed day and get lost. Well, you do the same. Oh my goodness. Somebody trolled up in here. They have nothing else better to do. Such a pity. Such a pity. They have nothing else to do or say that they had to come into our world with their meanness. But God bless you. Okay. Yeah, design and machine embroidery. And GG design is good too. See, I didn't know those. The Brother Embroidery page has a free design every month. Is that iBroidery? And is that the one that you're talking about? iBroidery? Because I went on to that site and I didn't see anything free. Doesn't mean they didn't have any, but I didn't see it. So that's that. Let me see how I can get this mess off of here. Block this user. Now you need to just go somewhere and hide on a rock or something. I've heard that. I thought I put a block on those kind of comments, but I guess I forgot to do so. But anyway, so Anne, you said you got to think about oh, okay, what site it's from, because I looked at iBroidery. They have a lot of okay, it is iBroidery. I didn't see anything, and I looked on there because they have mostly Disney and Marvel and all of those licensed designs and on their machines. Not unfortunately not the SE 1900, but on some of their machines they have Disney characters on there. Brother at your side has free design. Okay, Brother at your side has free. I don't know that one. So put that one down on your list. I don't know that one. And I'm assuming that's a brother's account, a brother site. I mean, I have to check that one out because I don't. I know iBroidery, but I don't know Brother at your side. Just one free design a month. Okay. Oh, that's iBroidery only has one free design a month. Yeah, some of these places are very limited as to what they will allow you to have. Um, like I mentioned, Falcon embroidery, they will allow you. They only have so many available a month, and they only keep them available to the public for a length of time. And you can get any of them that are free at that particular time, but all of them don't always stay on there. So if you go often, I guess that's their whole premise. So you can go to that site often to see what they have. But I don't, because I don't actually go site shopping for free design. I probably should, but I don't necessarily do that as a habit. But I just thought it was really interesting when I have Windows 11 and I use Chrome or Google Chrome as my browser. But when you have Windows, of course, they always want you to use their stuff. So I think it's their Bing um, platform has incorporated this AI system because that's the latest and greatest thing that's going on. Like chat, what is it? Chat HGT or something along that line. I can't remember exactly what it is, but um, you can go on there and type in a question, and it will roll up the answer very quickly. So this AI stuff is out here, and so I did that, and that may have been how I found that particular site, the sewing site. I don't know, but I just thought that was pretty cool to just type in a question, and it's even more extensive than Google because we've been Googling forever, and this was more ask me anything, and you can ask them anything, and they'll come back with a whole extensive list of answers to that. EJ's daughter, welcome, thank you. Hello, everyone. I have a question. Let me put your question up here so everybody can see it. Okay, can I use a 5 by 12 hoop on a Brother PE 770 if I find a large design, or do I have to do the repositional stuff? I haven't learned that yet. My answer to that, even though I don't have a BE 770, but I'm thinking it's equivalent to the SE 1900, and the answer is you will have to do the repositional because if I'm not mistaken, your largest available um, hoop without doing a reposition is the 5 by 7. Now, if anybody has a different answer for that, please chime in. Hi, Yola Bean, you made it. Welcome, welcome. Okay, EJ, daughter, I don't have a hoop that size, but wanted to purchase one. Now, I'm trying to see if you're answering. What is that? I lost it. I was going to try to read that one. I don't have a hoop that size, but I want it. And check out Julie's needle design. Okay, so many USB fields on my. I need to go back and look at the design. Okay, yeah. So EJ, yes, it is a 5 by 7. So with that being said, can you do a split design with the 5 by 7? Somebody here has done the split designs with that. If you use a 5 by 12 hoop, which if I'm not mistaken, you can, because I actually have one. I myself have not done the repositional stuff either, but since I've done split designs on my big machine, I think I could pretty well do the repositional stuff on the single needle machine. So EJ, I'm pretty sure that if you go ahead and get that big hoop, then you'll be able to do it. Okay, so that brought me to another idea which I quickly dismissed. When and I don't know if you guys saw the most recent video that I put out when I was trying to do that little rose purse, which really broke my heart, and I have to apologize because I personally was not happy with the end result. But I tell you, I had started the video, and I debated whether or not I was going to finish it and upload it or not, but I decided to go ahead and do it because somebody might want to watch it. I don't know, but I am going to do a different purse. But my disappointment was it was too big for my 8 by 13 mighty hoop, and it was even going to be too big for the 7 and 17 7 and 7/8 by 14 hoop for the regular machine for the machine. But it was um, it was the width of it, not the length of it or the height of it, and it just wouldn't fit. So I reduced it on the machine, on the brother machine, and it worked for the front side. I reduced it. When I got ready to do the back side, naturally I had to reduce it, but it would not reduce down equally. So it was off a fraction, and that fraction actually made a difference as to how it finished stitching. And I couldn't get everything lined up and trimmed to look neat. And that part was unfortunate because it was going to be a really cute purse. But what I decided to do to save grace, because I don't like putting out stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and I have another design from Urban Thread, different design, same concept. I'm going to do that one, but I am going to do all of the changing of size and what have you in embroiderings to make sure that everything lines up 100%. If whatever size one piece is, the other side would be that exact same piece because you could actually type in what size you want each thing to be. So that should work out, I'm hoping. Now, EJ, I don't know if you got a chance to see the comment from Tisha, but Jeanette at Baroka Sewing and Craft has a tutorial on repositional hoops. So you might want to see that. And EJ, I know that you follow Eve as well. I think she has a tutorial as well on repositional hoops. So you should be able to get figure out how to do that. And what I was thinking initially, when I not initially, after the fact, it wasn't initially, after the fact, I said, why didn't I use my 14 by 14 and do a split design? And then I thought about it. I said, that's not going to work because I had the die lines and I had the lining and all of that and all of this. And that's not what the split hoop is for. So unless somebody can come up with a more clever way of using the 14 by 14 hoop for something that's too small for the 8 by 13, jump in here and let me know because I was not happy. Crafty, you said that if the hoop is 5 by 7, you can use a repositional hoop and because you use it with your SE 1900. I have the hoop, I just have never used it. But I do know that they have one that fits and you can do it. But I'm not used it. And the only thing is going to give you, well, it just depends upon how your design is laid out. And EJ, yes, I'll watch Eve's video too. Yeah, because I know she has one, and so you'll get a chance to figure that out. You watch both of them. Between the two people, I think you have that. And who knows, I might do that too because I have never done the repositional hoop before because I think I just chose not to do that because I got the big machine and I said I don't need, so I haven't done it. But it's always good to have a be able to do more than one thing. Okay. Tisha, what size does the design have to be to use in the 14 by 14 hoop? I don't know if there is a specific size it has to be. Obviously, it can't be larger than. And when it says 14 by 14, but keep in mind you don't have the whole 14 by 14. They tell you that it's a quarter of an inch or maybe it's a half of an inch around for all the hoops that you can't use. But even at half of an inch, for me, it makes me uncomfortable when I do the tracing. So I usually probably make my design much smaller than I have to. That's just me because the last thing I want to do is bend my needle bar and be out of commission for one thing and out of money trying to get that taken care of. It who knows what other damage that may cause if it hits one of my hoops. And since I use mighty hoops 99% of the time, my hoop, the machine doesn't recognize it. So it's not going to tell me, yes, it fits and everything is going to be fine. So that's where my dilemma lies. If I had used my regular hoop in my tin needle, then I would have been able to decrease it down precisely to where it was going to fit, and the machine would let me know it would fit. But that's not what I did. I used my mighty hoop. And you said the tracing saves us, and it does. I do not do anything without tracing. I had I saw some people that made a comment about something once about you don't have to trace if you don't do da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, whatever, don't trace. That's you. I'm going to trace. Better safe than sorry. I believe in tracing, and I trace all the time. I don't care if I'm pretty sure it's going to fit. I want to know where it's going to end up at, and if it is indeed going to fit, because you never know. Because you might want to adjust it. You might want to bring it up, take it down, move it over, whatever. So even if you do those kinds of things, and our machine, the PR 1055X has the camera, and you can do your precise location of the center on the machine. You can do that, but it's still designed for their hoops. It's not designed for aftermarket hoops. So you're still putting yourself at risk, in my opinion, if you use an aftermarket hoop, which a miter hoop is, and you don't trace. I personally probably would trace using their hoop. That's just where I come from. And sometimes not only do I trace, I also put the camera on. So that's what I do. But good for you, EJ, that you trace all the time. So who has come in here that I have not spoken to? I think I've spoken to everybody. So I hope now those of you that came in um, after I did my little spiel on where you can get stuff free. If you want me to, I can put that slide up so you can take a picture of it, so you'll have that list. If you want me to, just let me know if you want me to put that slide up for a minute, just so you can take a screenshot, a shot of that list in case you're interested in checking out some of these people that have free designs, free appliques, and free fonts, because it never hurts to have anything free, have stuff free. Mother's Day is coming up. We talked about Mother's Day last week, and we talked. Okay, Yola Bean, you missed it. I'll put it up. Anybody else, if you want it, just okay. I'm gonna put it up just for a minute. So that's the list of sites where you can get free designs, free appliques, as well as free fonts. And that is not all inclusive, but I just didn't want to go overboard. There's I have a few more on this list. 5-star font, and I don't know if I put that on there. I did not. 5-star font offers 6 free fonts, as well as some free designs, and they have most of the formats. Baby K's applique offers 2 free fonts as well as some free appliques, and they also have fonts in the BX format, which is what Embroidery uses. What is the other one on here that I don't have? My So Cute Boutique. My So SEW Cute Boutique, and this site offers 1 free font a month, as well as free designs. And the fonts that they have available come in various formats as well. Didn't say anything about BX files, but that's what I have. And I'll check my other notes. I don't think I have anything on here that I didn't add. The only one I see on here is embroiderers.com. They are supposed to have free designs as well. So that is the extent of the list of places that have free fonts. So hopefully that's helped. Free designs, fonts, and appliques. Hopefully that is helpful to you guys. And like I said, I tried to go on to all the sites, and I'm pretty sure that I went to most of them to check them out, and they did. A lot of them had a lot of stuff for babies, for you to have do baby items and stuff. So trying to figure out why the light is got these shadows on my face. Maybe that's why that man was saying I was ugly. I don't know. Oh, that was so funny. That is really funny. Embroidery files. Okay. Okay, Ann. Good night. If you gotta go into the garden tomorrow. And EJ daughter, my okay on my laptop, but I'm going to move to a separate drive. I don't want to lose them. Uh, I have mine too. I need to back mine up as well. I have some on a external hard drive, but I haven't moved them over in a while, so I need to do that. I save them to my embroidery folder and back up to the cloud. That's what Betty says. And Becky, I have them on the computer and USB drive. I have them on the computer and USB drive as well. I but I those drives get corrupted. I don't know if it's something I'm doing, but every once in a while I'll end up corrupting a drive, and I don't know why. My machine won't read it. The computer will read it, but the machine won't read it. So I don't know what happens, but backing it up in the cloud, I guess I'm too old. I don't know how to get my stuff out the cloud. I got a new phone. I did back up my old phone to the cloud because that's what they said to do. Back your phone up to the cloud. But my biggest problem, and we talked about this last week, is remembering passwords. And because I don't do a great job on remembering passwords, a lot of times I can't get it out the cloud. And also Dropbox. I have some things in Dropbox, and I can't remember my password to save my net. And every time I try, then they want me to give them so many other security type situations. But I don't like all of that internet in the cloud stuff. I just don't like it. That's just me. That's just me being old fashioned. That's all that is. Just me. But I do use it. Not my favorite thing to do, but I do use it. But it is important to back up your files. The one thing that I really like about Embroidery Library, Urban Thread, and several other sites, they, um, well, most of them save your purchases, and most of them have unlimited re-download. Now, the one thing that bothers me with Etsy, even though Etsy does save them, they don't tell you that you have already purchased it. That I don't like. With Embroidery Library, they will tell you, and Urban Thread, and I'm trying to think, has there been anybody else? I know those two because I use Embroidery Library a lot. They will tell you that you've already purchased this design, which I do appreciate because that saves me money. Because I know for a fact that I have purchased the same design on Etsy before. Because when I've gone through my purchases to check on something or look for something, because I can't find it, I don't have it organized, I don't know where it is. I know I bought it, so I'm gonna go back where I got it from and download it again. So in the process of doing that and looking, I realized I bought this thing already. I bought this. I bought that. I have two of them. They don't tell you you've already purchased it. I wish they did because, like I said, the other stores that I've purchased stuff from, and I think most of them do that, other than Etsy, they keep your file and they have what you have purchased, and you can go back and get more if you need to. If for some reason you lose it and you can't find it and you knew you bought it, you knew you had. I knew I had this one particular design and I cannot find it to save my neck, but I remember where I got it from because I usually remember where I got my designs from, usually, because I only get designs from a few places. I do get a lot of designs off of Etsy, which is scary because you don't always know what you're getting. But I use the bigger companies a lot too, and specifically Embroidery Library, because they always have the doggone sales and they make you come back and get it. That's why. Because you can get a $7, $8 design for $1.25 or $3 or whatever when they have their sales, and I just get the stuff that I'm interested in but don't want to spend $8, $9 for it and put it in my wish list. And when they have it on sale or either the 50% off on regular price designs, then I just pull it out and get it that way and save money. So that's how I roll with that one. Okay, what else have Leslie? Yeah, see, you do what I do. And Tisha, if you purchase a design twice on Etsy, the seller will refund your money because I had that. Really? I did not know that. Hmm, that's good to know. The only problem is I usually don't find out about it until months later that I have it because I don't always use everything I buy right away. It just depends on the project. When my great granddaughter was born, I just went baby crazy and I bought so many designs and I haven't used half of the designs and I already made so many things for her and send them to her. I did a bunch of heirloom quilts and I did the onesies and the gowns and the little hats and t-shirts, bird cloth, bibs, you name it, I did it with all these cute little designs and stuff. And I still have tons of them that I wanted to do, but I said, stop, girl, stop a minute. She got to get a chance to use the ones that you've already sent. You don't need to keep bombarding her. Just wait a while. So I have tons of baby stuff now. I was thinking about that being my niche, especially now that I have all these baby designs. I might need to just do that. It doesn't matter when you find out about it, just let them know. Just let them know the 2 dates you purchased it. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. And Jay, you said you had a Etsy seller not refundable. I did too. Now that I've had happen. I that bad file I told you about with my mascot. I didn't get my money back on that, and I definitely got a hold of them to tell them that it was a hot mess. I didn't get a dime back. And the other thing I did was I bought an heirloom quilt from somebody on Etsy, and I had the worst experience with that person, so I didn't want to buy from them either again. And I remember I've had a few bad run-ins with people selling designs on Etsy. Not a lot, but I know I've had three or four, at least three or four, where we just had issues. We just mm-mm. the back and forth convo was not nice, and I did not get any satisfaction from the situation. They did not want to do their due diligence, and a couple of them had nothing to do with money. It just had to do with them not being responsive in a timely manner. So it just depends upon the store that you use. Uh, yes, would love. Okay, Michelle, how you doing, Michelle? Welcome. Yes, I would love to see you do some tutorials for baby items. Okay, I can do that. I did, and I was thinking about doing something again. Her birthday is coming up in July, so is mine. She's a Cancer, just like her Gigi. So I might be making some stuff. I might be making some stuff for that. And so I can go ahead and do a video on that. So just stay tuned and watch for me to do some onesies and some gowns and even a little hat, which I had to, which would be a good tutorial because when you're doing the little hat, you have to remember the way you hoop it on, and I use fast frame. You have to remember to flip it just like you're doing your hat because it's going to stitch upside down on the little cap. And I know I did one, didn't do that, and so that's how I know. You make a mistake, you learn from it. But yeah, and I'm trying to think. Angela Jasmina sells cute little baby uh, stuff, gowns, and the hats to match. And so I've gotten stuff from her for that, in case you're looking for something. So yeah, Michelle, just hang in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do some of that. I'm glad you brought that up because that gives me ideas. I'd be thinking about trying to figure out what to do a tutorial on, what to do a video on, and what to do the live stream on. What's interesting because you want to do something that people are interested in. Now, I don't think she's on here because I think it was Christian, and I haven't seen Christian in a while, maybe 2, 3 weeks, maybe now. And I think it was her, but it might be somebody else that asked about zipper purse. Who was that asked? If you're on here and you asked and you said when we were talking about what are you fearful of doing, somebody said doing in the hoop with the zipper. And I was wondering who was that asked that question because I am planning on doing a tutorial on that. That will be coming up soon because it's on my list of things to do. I have a list of things that I wanted to do tutorials on. I have to think ahead because if I don't think ahead, then I would totally go blank on what I want to talk about or either what I want to make. So that was one of them. I'm going to do some freestanding laces. Well, I have this rose design that I got I believe I got it from Embroidery Library. Freestanding rose design. And I did that sunflower with organza, but there's another design that I got from John Deere where they're doing a rose out of organza. And I have everything I need for that. So that's coming down the line. So I have several things that's coming down the line that I want to do. And I know if Jeanette is still on here, that she did her dinner napkin. She did her dinner napkin tutorial the other day, and I didn't get a chance to see it all the way through, so I got to go back and look at it all the way through. But I have some dinner napkins, some more dinner napkins that I'm going to do because the ones that I just did was the cut work, but now I want to do one and actually put a monogram on it because I've not done that. And I have monogram handkerchiefs though. I don't know if any of you all have done that. But that's interesting. When my son and my daughter-in-law got married last summer, this past summer, I did handkerchiefs for the guys. They weren't monograms. They were actually uh, where it said bridesmaid or groomsman or something like that. I put that on there plus the wedding date as one of their little gifts. So I did handkerchiefs for the wedding parties, the male and female. So that was fun doing that, and they turned out really pretty. But I've also have done monograms on handkerchiefs as well. So ladies used to back in the day used to carry handkerchiefs, so that's another Mother's Day gift idea somebody might want to think about if they want to do. Because I know I used to years ago, and that was way before I got old. I used because it was in style. I used to carry a handkerchief. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember when they used to stick them in their bag and kind of let them hang out a little bit because they were all cute and decorated. Yeah, that was the thing back in the day. Leslie, I took a class on in the hoop zipper purse design was off with their threads. A few weeks ago, they had 70% off sale. Who had the 70% off sale? But that was a few weeks ago, so that won't hurt. But you took the class on the zipper purse, and the design was from off of their thread. Off with their thread. Oh, off with their thread. I'm slow. I got it now. I haven't heard of them before. Off with their threads instead of off with their heads. Okay, I got it. I'm slow. So was their classes 70% off? Because I love taking classes. I don't know where that is, but I do love taking classes. My sewing that has sent out their May newsletter with their classes and stuff, but I haven't signed up for anything yet. But I like taking classes, hands on, especially if you got a good teacher. Hey Mary, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for coming. Um, I took a class at the sewing bag one time, and I was not happy with that particular instructor. Unfortunately, she was showing us how to do something, I think some bags or something, and I didn't particularly like that. I have stitched a number of off with their threads designs. They have great. I have to look them up. I was not. That's that's a new name to me. Didn't know anything about off with their threads. That's kind of cute. I have to look that site up. Parker on the Porch is another one that you guys mentioned that I have not done anything with. Parker on the Porch. And I know they have good designs too. I don't know if they have anything free or not, but I know they have good designs. I don't think Andrea's on. She's probably bowling. Since she bowls on Tuesday night now. Um, I'm running late from room to room project. I'm late running from room to room with projects. Leslie in the hoop class was at my local quilt shop in Manassas. Okay, so off with their threads is in Manassas then. Okay, I don't. Well, I wasn't into embroidery when I lived in Manassas. I wish I was. I guess you guys said, "Girl, you lived everywhere." Pretty much. Pretty much. I have definitely done my share of moving around. One of these days, I'm gonna settle. Hopefully, I'll get somewhere and just sit my behind down, as they say, and stop the moving. But I did live in Manassas for a while. No, the off with the is a website. Okay, All right, it's a website. So, who had the class? Your local quilt site did the class. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look. I wrote it down, so I'll look it up anyway because I have not heard of them before, and I do like looking at new sites and stuff because everybody has different patterns. Although one thing that I did notice, and I don't know if I wrote it down, but I may have written it down or maybe not. A couple of the sites that had free designs I saw on Embroidery Design and I saw it on another site. And I don't know if it was Anne the Grand, but they had the exact same site, free designs. That was interesting to me. I don't know if they are affiliated with each other or not, but they had the same free design, exact same free design. I said, interesting. So Park on the Porch does not have free designs, but they have a lot of in the hoops designs. Okay. And you said Susie's Quilt Shop in Manassas is where I took the class. Okay. I know Jeanette, if I'm not mistaken, she lives in Centerville and she shops at the Susie Quilt Shop as well because she mentioned that. She mentioned that. So I didn't have the pleasure of going there because I wasn't into it at the time. Who was that was talking about the scrapbooking convention at Dulles Convention Center? Did you go or has it come up yet? I'm not going. I was just curious if anybody went and how did it go? And also, I don't know if I saw Jeanette on here or not. I don't think I did, but I'll have to reach out to her and remind her to get us the information about the upcoming event that's going to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia in August. So we can all plan and make up our minds if we're going to go and if we're going to go, whatever is required, registration fees, and pick out what class, if they're going to have classes and those kinds of things when the time comes. So hopefully she'll get to us with that. The other thing is, let me see, are you still on here? Because I sent you an email today. Robin, did you get my did you Robin's quilt basket? I'm almost certain I sent you an email today in regards to the Embird and Ink Escape presentation. So we're gonna have one coming up. Don't know exactly when yet, but I will let everybody know once all of that has been finalized. But several of you guys mentioned that you would be interested in learning something about those two softwares because they are inexpensive compared to some of the other ones and might be something that you're interested in. If you're anything like me, and I even read somewhere that it's not a bad idea to have more than one software program because oftentimes they do different things. So, don't do like me because I think I have four, I think, because I don't use Tool Shed by Dime. I think that's just a platform to use their other modules. I think that's how that works. But I know I have Wilcom Hatch, I have Embrilliance, I have Brothers PE Design, and then I have the Tool Shed. And I use Embrilliance 95% of the time, and then the other ones take up the other 5% because I'm still trying to learn both of those. And but I Wilcom Hatch has some beautiful designs in there. The Brother PE 11 is kind of a their software does not impress me, and it costs too much money for the way it's set up, in my opinion. But it does what it's supposed to do. From what I read, it has the better module or better feature as far as doing the photo stitch, which is one reason why I wanted to get the software because you can do the photo stitch. You can do it in Wilcom Patch as well, but I was told that the PE Design does a better job with photo stitch, which is where you could actually have the picture of somebody or something and digitize it. It will digitize it to print out or to stitch out that particular design. And it's not supposed to be so hard to do, but I haven't really addressed that yet. I looked at a tutorial for a little bit, but I didn't want to dive too deep into it because I didn't know enough about the program itself. And I need to get the basics before I start trying to do something tedious like that. And what you say, Tisha, they don't have the classes listed yet. I should get an email when they announce the classes. Okay, so the Quilt Expo is in Fredericksburg, and it's September the 28th through the 30th at Fredericksburg. Let me put that up. Fredericksburg, Virginia, September the 28th through the 30th at the Fredericksburg Conference Center. Okay, so I am, if it's the Lord's will, planning on going. That's what I'm hoping to do. And I hope that those of you that can will join us. And Leslie, you said the stamp and scrapbook expo was last weekend. Did you go? Because I know somebody was talking about it, and I was just curious if anybody went. And if so, how was it? But back to the quilt expo. Now, let me ask this question. Is it strictly 100% dealing with quilting, or is it embroidery as just in general as well as quilting? Because I don't quilt, and I don't see myself quilting in the foreseeable future because that's just another. I don't have room for that. I don't have the room. You need a lot of room. No, it's quilting and embroidery. Okay, great. Just wanted to clarify that because I would love to go, and I'm planning to go, so that's good. And I like going to those kinds of things. They're fun. So hopefully we all can get together and go and enjoy. And you said they don't have the classes listed yet. Let me put that up. And you should get the email when they announce the classes. Okay, so hopefully they're going to have classes this year. You pretty sure that they will? Because I know you said because of COVID they didn't. So hopefully they will. Okay, they sell embroidery machine, fabric, embroidery scissors, stabilizers, thread, etc., etc., etc. Okay, they get your money. That works. They get your money. I already had said how much money I was gonna put aside to go, so I'm gonna spend X amount of dollars. That's it. It's just like going to the casino when you say I'm gonna spend X amount of dollars and nothing else. Then you spend way more than what you said. But that's the plan because I love looking at notions and how they work and how they're supposed to make whatever it is you're doing better. And oftentimes they do, not always, but oftentimes they do. So I love looking at notions and explaining stabilizers and all that kind of stuff. Like we don't have enough already, but that never hurts. And who can ever have too much thread and fabric? You can always have that. You know, I went to Joanne for one thing in particular that cost $3.79. I didn't spend a lot, but I walked out of there with spending $15. Now I went in there to spend $3.79 minus 40% off, and I spent $15 in there, and I bought some materials. So you can't go anywhere. You're gonna buy something, and they had this one piece that ended up being a remnant that was really, really pretty. It was $13 a yard, but it was sitting in the sales section. And I picked it up and I said, I wonder did somebody stick this here by mistake or is it really on sale? And I put it back and then I thought about it. I said, no, I'm gonna take it up here and check it out. So I took it to the cutting place and I said, can you tell me how much this is? And she looked at it, she rolled it out and everything, and that it was 34 inches of material. And she said, oh, it's on sale for $6.99, but this is a remnant, so you'll get the remnant price. So that was $3. I said that works for me. And then so everybody would say, what you gonna make out? I said, I don't know. It was pretty and I wanted it. So that's how that goes. I have no clue what I'm gonna do with it. And I have no clue. That's all I can say. I have no clue what I'm gonna do with it. But it's really pretty and I'll figure something out. But that's how it goes. So I know going to this expo is going to be quite interesting. Leslie, I'm on the Quilting Expo mailing list. There are great deals if you want to purchase big items. Yeah, I ain't looking for big items. I don't have big room, so that's out the question. Michelle, I love the remnant, the fine fabrics. I have never worked with before to try them out. Great deals in there. Yeah, if you can, yeah, because this is it's really cute. I don't remember exactly. It's black with some gold stuff in it, and it's really cute. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is some pretty fabric. But it still didn't dawn on me what I'm going to do with it because I don't know exactly what I'm going to make with it. But I'll figure something out. Whatever it is, it'll be cute. So only one person told me they had wine. Anybody else on here drinking any wine tonight? 'Cause, that's what we supposed to be doing. This is some Zinfandel that I got tonight. It's still part of my the four little bottle things that I got. So I'm doing Zinfandel tonight. I had Moscato last week, and my favorite wine. Who was that said? Michelle, you said you have a whole bin of remnant fabric with no pants. Yeah, but oh, you got Merlot. Go girl. See, I can't do that's a big girl drink. I can't do Merlot. it gives me it gives me migraines. I can't do. I'm not a red wine drinker anyway. I drink white or rosé. I don't do red. Red wine, the tannin gives me headaches. I don't do that. But you enjoy your Merlot, girl. Leslie, the expo used to be huge prior to the pandemic. Deals from vendors all over the world. Okay. I love the threads and stabilizer deals from the marathon thread. Sadly, they haven't been at the expo since. Oh, hmm. Who is this, Jay? I don't drink alcohol, but I have green tea. Just drink whatever it is that you drink. I don't care if it's a bottle of water. We will toast to whatever's in your glass. It does not matter. I don't drink anything but wine and occasional beer. And I used to hate beer. Now I can drink Bud Light. That's the only beer I like. That hard stuff, mm-mm, no, I can't do that. If somebody makes me a drink or I make a drink or I buy a drink or some I won't buy a drink. Somebody buy me a drink or whatever, I will babysit that for the whole night until the ice melts in it and it turns to water. Then I put more ice in it because I like it cold. So then basically I'm drinking water, or I'll put more soda in it. So I'm drinking actually soda. So alcohol. Mm-mm. But I do like wine. I don't drink it all the time, but I do. Tuesday night is when I drink it. I don't drink it any other night of the week, but Tuesday night, since this is the wind down, I drink wine, and I enjoy it. Yeah, I like Floriani thread, and I'm trying to switch totally over to Floriani. So were they at the expo, or do you remember? Because I would love to be able to get some a bargain on Floriana because I know they had those big the big cases or boxes or whatever you want to call it with I can't even remember, lots of thread. I don't want what kind of how much thread would be in there? Over 100 or maybe 100 spools. And I know they sell them if you go in the store. They're 300 some odd dollars right at four. I would love to get one of those. Now I've gotten the smaller ones that I think had 30 threads in it for $99. I've done that from R&K a couple of times. But the big ones that used to be, um, well, I see them at the sewing back place. They run 300 and plus right at $400. That would be a bargain to get that down and get that whole thing. Leslie, you said I use beer in my garden potions. Don't ask. But my lawn, my lawn is crazy. Okay, I don't know. Beer works as a plant food. I guess I've never heard that before in my life. But if I'm not mistaken, some beers have yeast in it, and that sounds like it would not be a bad thing as long as you don't drown it. You get the plant drunk. That might not be a bad thing because I've never done that before. Now I tell you, beer is good in your barbecue sauce. That will tenderize your whatever it is. If you're doing ribs, you can mop some beer on them ribs. You gonna get some tasty and tender ribs because I don't do barbecue without some beer in my. I put beer in the barbecue sauce and then I mop my ribs with beer. And those, I don't care what it is, um, baby back, spare ribs, whatever, they are tender. And I'm talking about cooking them on the grill. Because you got to have some skill to cook ribs on the grill, and they come out tender. Because if they overcook, undercook, whatever, they may be tough. But you get that beer on there, and get that fire at the right temp, you can get you some real tender um, ribs. So that's my tip. That's my tip for what to do with some beer. And Leslie said you can use it as plant food. So now we going out here getting us a 6 pack so we can take care of our ribs and our plants. What else can we do with the beer? Now, beer and pizza is good. Beer and pizza is pretty good. Pressure cooker for the ribs. Uh, uh. That is true. My son does that. Yeah, okay, y'all go on with your pressure cooking for the ribs. Rib sounds amazing. I'm old fashioned. I want my grill. I have an electric George Foreman grill on a stand because I'm in an apartment. They don't allow you to have the grills with the propane and the fire and all that kind of stuff, which is ideal, which is what I want. They don't allow you to have the grills with the charcoal and all that stuff, which is perfect, what I want. So I do the electric thing, but still, you can do you some good grill ribs on a grill and they still come out tender, you pressure cook them. Okay, that's how you start it. You tenderize it in a pressure cooker. Okay, that's one way of doing it. That's one. It makes sense. It will work. That's true. It will work. And Michelle, you say I've cooked them in the slow cooker, which is good too, but best on the grill. Yeah, I've done them in the oven. I've done them in the oven. The weather is bad, but you still can. They don't have that grill taste or that grill crispiness. If you do them in the oven and you wrap them up real good in some foil, you do your seasoning and stuff, put some beer in there and everything, wrap them up real good in the foil, and slow cook it the same way you would do on a slow cooker or a pressure. They're gonna come out tender and they're gonna taste good, but nothing to me beats grilling. And the best grill, if you can do it, is with some charcoal. If you can do it with some charcoal, with some mesquite or something like that, then you got yourself some good ribs. As long as you slow cook them and let them get tender, mop that puppy with some beer, and some good eat right there. That is really good. But my ribs turn out pretty good on that George Foreman. They come out tender and they come out pretty good. I got a pack of baby backs in the fridge now that I'll probably slap on there tomorrow if the weather permits. Because I went out there today and it was chilly, and I said, I'm not playing that today. Now I do have it in. I can use that one indoor, but I don't want to. It's on a stand, so I don't want to bring it in. But I much prefer charcoal grilling. That's really good. My oldest son that's in Woodbridge, he's the grill master. He knows how to grill ribs and steaks. Mm, mm, mm. And fried turkey. Yeah, he thinks he's a chef. I bought him a chef hat once. He thinks he's a chef. But I think I even made him, I supplemented him an apron that says grill master and stuff. So he let that go to his head. He thinks he's all that with that grilling, but he does a good job. I admit that doggone grill, that fried turkey he did for Thanksgiving. And I'm not a turkey person, and I definitely am not a turkey breast person. No, that turkey was good. That turkey was good from the rooter to the tutor. They said that turkey was good. So he does a good job on that. Yeah. So what do you guys want me to talk about next week? Let's get this one taken care of so we can come up with a good subject that I can dive into and look up for you guys for next week. Just throw it out there. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Appreciate that very much. And please state in the comments what you want us to discuss at next week's live stream. That would be so helpful if you can do that. If you can do that. Because right now I'm at a blank. Okay, Michelle. I am a new subscriber, so I'm sorry if you've already covered this, but places to find embroidery blanks would be cool. No, I have not covered that. So that's a good idea. I can look up that. And making caps, Leslie. And Michelle, you agree with that too. Okay. Now, do you guys Have you made a cap? Are you interested in making caps to sell? Are you interested in just learning how to do a cap yourself? Now, the reason I'm asking that question, I have done caps for myself and other people, and it's not a hard thing to. Let me take that back. It wasn't a hard thing to do. My luck ain't all that good sometimes. Okay, Robin, you said you've never made one. Okay. And I know Bill Nicholson was on a couple of times, and he mentioned using that apparatus where you can trick the machine, where you can get the bib, you can get your design closer to the bib, which scares me because he did it, and I don't know if, and he sent me a picture of what he did and everything. I don't know if he used that little apparatus, and I think he did, that you get from the Gentech X hat system. They have something that tricks the machine so you can get closer. I don't have that. My friend Andrea has it. Said I can use it, but I don't have it. But anyway, I would like to do that. I'm a little afraid. Now he mentioned also you use a paper clip. I've not seen the video on using the paper clip, so I don't actually know exactly how that would work. As far as doing caps, the only thing that I could do, and Michelle, you say you're interested in caps to sell. I have only made one during my embroidery training. Okay. And okay, Mary Brown, you said that's a great idea. Also, where to find embroidery blanks at a reasonable or discounted price. Okay, and Les, I never made a cap on the hat frame I got with my multi-needle machine. What frame did you get, Leslie? Did you get the flat brim frame or did you get the regular one? Because what I have is the flat brim um, cap system, which is the newer one that they sell. I got it with my machine, so I don't know which one you have because I would be using the one that I would do would be the flat brim. And I do have a video up that I made a year or so ago. If anybody just want to Google that and look it up, I do have a video showing you how to use that flat brim. Um, System to do a hat. But what I was about to say is that I would have to do the same thing that I did when I had the little video showing you about the split design because I don't have the camera set up where I can actually show it on the machine. Show me working on the machine. I will look and see if I can figure that out, but I don't think that I can do that. And if I can't, what I would have to do is do a little short presentation and put it on for you guys to view. And then we can discuss it after the fact. So I will work on that. And Leslie, you say you think it's the flat brim. Okay. And Becky, I have done caps, but I still would like to see video. Okay. So, like I said, I do have a video up, but I don't mind doing another one, and we can go ahead and talk about that. The flat brim makes it easier. Now, for me, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it closer than what the machine allows me to do. And I showed you guys the other couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, the cap that I did when I first got the machine. And I think it's at least an inch from the brim, which is typical because anything closer than that is actually something where you trick the machine. So I just want to bring that up because I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and try to trick my machine because again, you know how I am about hitting frames and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want to do that. But I will mess around with it and see what I can come up with. So right now I have two things. I have the caps, of course, and then I have the embroidery blanks. So I will do my best to look that up and see what I can come up with. And hopefully I'll be able to do a little tutorial on that, and hopefully I'll be able to find some embroidery blanks for just in general. Let me ask that question. A great idea where to find embroidery blanks at reasonable discounted price. Now, when you say blanks, what are you looking for? Are you looking for shirts, polo, t-shirts, polos, baby stuff, quilts? What are you looking for? There's so many blanks out there. So, are you looking for anything in particular that you? Because I there are certain places that I use myself. Using mini fonts on handkerchiefs, okay? And I have some mini fonts. Now I have to tell you, I didn't use mini fonts on my on the handkerchiefs that I did. Um, we can all chime in on where we have found ours. Yep, that's exactly true. What is wrong with these people tonight? Hopping in here. I guess people trolling don't have nothing else to do. That has never happened. Okay, Michelle, looking for shirts, caps, and baby items. Okay. Doing sleeves and cuffs, initials like the pastors wear. Okay. Sleeves. All right. That's good. I got some good ideas here. Now, I just wanted to let you know you don't actually have to have. Now, I do have some mini fonts. I have not used my mini fonts. You do not have to have many fonts on your handkerchief unless you're putting a lot of wording on it. Because a regular, well, I guess it depends upon what you consider mini fonts. Because some fonts are at least an inch in size, but you can get a half an inch font, you can get a quarter inch font, and so it just depends upon what it is that you want to stitch. But I will demo, I guess, several sizes because I think I have some handkerchiefs here. So I can do the inch, the half inch, and the quarter inch, and just to see how it looks. Because I personally have not used my mini font yet, but I do have quite a few of them. I don't remember how or why I ended up getting them. I think they came in a bundle of something. But doing the sleeves and the cuff initials is pretty cool. Yeah, because the French cuff, I guess, is what you're talking about. The cuffs that fold back, and the French cuff is what they're called. And then you put your initials on there. Because I think I may even have a blouse with a French cuff, and I haven't put anything on there, which is surprising to me. I'm too busy putting stuff on the jacket back. I did do a dress though, where I put a rose up here and I put one down at the bottom, which I thought that was okay. Where do you get the mini fonts? I got my mini fonts from two places. One from Etsy because they had a bundle. I remember that. And the other one was with, I'm not mistaken. I think I'm pretty sure it's from Design by Juicy. I think that's where I've gotten my mini fonts from. So check out Designs by Juju first because I know those are the ones that you can be the most um, assured that they're going to be worthwhile. because she sells fonts like crazy. That's all she. That's not all she does, but she sells a lot. I have a lot of designs by Juju fonts, and I didn't realize that I had so many, but I have a lot, and I'm pretty certain that that's where I got my most of my mini fonts, my 0.25 fonts, because I have several 0.25 fonts. I have several 0.50 fonts, and so I would consider those as mini fonts. And I'm almost certain that I got some mini fonts in a bundle off of Etsy, but I can't remember what store that was. But yeah, I haven't. Okay, Tisha, you said you got your mini fonts from Design by Juju. Yeah, I know I got some from them. I'm positive that I got some from them, but I think I got some off of Etsy as well. But yeah, go to Design by Juju and look up your font and get your mini fonts from them. And that should stitch out fine. Now keep in mind when you're stitching out mini fonts, you need to be mindful of your thread. You need to have I think the bigger the number, the thinner the thread is, if I'm not mistaken. I had this told you guys about this a few weeks back. But you're gonna need I bought some what they call poly light, sulky poly light, Light. Sulky S whatever you Sulky, and the thread was poly Poly light, Light, poly light thread, different colors, but I think it's a 60 weight and specifically made for mini fonts. Because if you're going to use, yeah, there you go, 60 weight. If you're going to use many, if you're going to use many fonts, you need to use a thinner weight thread. And I want to say, I cannot remember off the top of my head what needle it was, but it was a different needle. What the devil was that needle? A 70 something, but it's a different needle. So just keep that in mind. You need a different needle and a thinner thread for many fonts. Okay, Michelle, if you're using your phone, you definitely need a tripod. Okay, could you do a video on the equipment you use when making a YouTube video and tips to get started? Okay. I'm gonna tell you the first three videos I believe that I did. If you go all the way back to the beginning of me putting up videos, the first three I made with my phone, and I had a handheld tripod. Well, one that lets out and you put on the desk. You can hold it or you can put it on the desk. And I used my phone, but I didn't know that you need to use what they call a back camera, where the phone is the camera part is facing you, and the part that you actually can look at yourself is away from you, which to me is difficult to do because you don't know what you're looking like and you don't know what's working. But that's the only way to get everything correct, because if you don't, it's going to be a mirror. Because I noticed that everything that I wore with writing and stuff like that was flipped. So, but that's what I used. I used my 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 iPhone, and if I'm not mistaken, um, Juana from the crafty Puerto Rican uses her phone. I think that's what she told me. She uses her phone. Now I don't use my phone anymore. I bought myself a camcorder off of Amazon. It was not that expensive, maybe $100 or less. Can't remember, but I know it wasn't a real expensive camera, and I used that for almost a year. No, yeah, I did. My issue was it didn't record sound, so I had to have a mic on it. And I never could find a mic that worked well with that camera. I kept getting all kind. Hey Eve, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'm still here. But what I was saying, I use and she and Eve would be an excellent person to ask this question. I didn't know her; she just popped in. But I use that camcorder, and as whoever was saying, you need to get a tripod, and it worked well. But the sound was the issue, and I couldn't find anything that was going to work with the sound, and it was just really bad. So I ended up getting what I'm using now, and it's a Canon EOS 350, something like that, Canon, and that's what I'm using now for my videos. And of course, I have tripod, and I have a I have the mic that I pin on me, and then I put it on my camera. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not that technically inclined. I did not know because I don't read manuals that well. I talked about that a while back on one of my videos. I just get stuff, open it up, and start working with it and figuring it out as I go. I didn't realize until last week, and this is the honest truth, and I've had this camera at least going on a year now, that it records sound as well. Because my camcorder didn't. So I assumed this one did not either. But I got on there and I did my little spiel and I'm just talking and talking and talking. And I said, I be doggone. I didn't even put the mic on. And so I took the memory out and stuck it in my computer to look at what I was doing. And lo and behold, it was sound. My camera had recorded me. This was like, thank you. You're laughing. Thank you. I did not know that. I was like, well, I be doggone. All this time, I had no idea that my camera actually recorded me talking as well. So that's crazy, but it did. So it just depends upon what kind of camera you get. And I got that camera because at the time I look at Think Media, and I don't know if anybody that has a site or anything has looked at Think Media, but that Sean is on there every day, all day long, talking your head off, and he the best thing since sliced bread, and if you get on there with his stuff, you'll be good too. But anyway, he suggested that camera, and that's why I got it. I ended up getting that camera. Now they're talking about the Sony camera that Yola Bean told me about the other day. That's what they're doing, the Sony something other 10. And I was like, nope, that's not happening. It's an $800 camera. Now I do need some lenses and maybe another camera. I don't know because I don't know how. And Eve, if you don't mind sharing a little bit, how you have your system set up. I'm positive that you have several cameras because you're able to do things, maneuver in space. And I have not got myself set up to do that because one, I'm doing it on my own and I don't know how. That's number one. And number two, I don't have anybody help me and I don't know how. So I got to wade through all of this and figure it all out. But I do want to have, and with StreamYard, which I use, and Eve, and I think, matter of fact, I think most of Eve and Crafty and Jeanette use StreamYard as well. So most of the people that I'm familiar with are using StreamYard. So I don't know who introduced me to it, but thank you for doing this. So if you pay for the service, then you can do multiple cameras, which is a good thing. So therefore, I can do more than one camera and do all of that kind of stuff if and when I figure out how to get all that stuff set up. So Eve says, I purchased simple webcams but use a separate USB microphone. Okay. Um, okay, let Jackie, you were saying some of the businesses that sell building machines carry large packs of Floriana. Yes, that's where I saw them. That the first time I saw the big thing of the Floriana thread was at um, my dealer. So I know that's and the sewing back where I go to now here in Missouri does too. Um, and simple webcams. I don't have a fancy system, just three USB webcam. Okay, well that's good to know that you can do that. Cause so I'm pretty much okay in cameras. I think because I have my Canon, I have the webcam, and I actually have at least one, maybe two more uh, cameras similar to my Canon. So I got cameras. I just need to know how to integrate them all together and get it to work, and then I guess get them positioned in different spots. I have several webcams as well, so I probably can do it, but I just have to figure it out or drag one of my sons into the mix and have them figure it out for me, which is what I would love to do because both of them got their education in computer science. They need to be doing it, but they're not here. But they need. My son in Woodbridge needs to bring his butt over here and set this stuff up for me. That's what he needs to do because I think I have the equipment that I need. I just need to figure out how to do it. And I noticed that, and I know Jeanette does it as well. I noticed that Eve and Jeanette both have, it seems like your computer screen is up a little higher because I noticed that when you're looking at your screen and stuff, you're looking up. So I know that you have it mounted somewhere up. And that might be something that I need to look into as well. And okay, your videos look great, so you are awesome. I try. Okay, Eve, you said I try to use an expensive Canon mirrorless camera, but child, when I needed more than one at $800 a pop, I found much more. Got that right? Because Yodine suggested to me, she said, you need to get the Sony something else. She told me that on one of these chats in here. I looked into it. I went on Amazon, looked it up. I said, yeah, I do. I ain't gonna get it. That puppy was 800 some odd dollars. I said, I won't be getting it. Not when I know I have some camera. Yes, it's a higher. Okay, all right. So you do. It's on higher on the shelf behind my desk. Okay, but I have an all-in-one computer. I'm using my laptop right now, but I have an all-in-one desktop computer that it was suggested that I use for this. But my room, I just don't have enough space. Something's got to go, and I don't know what has to go to set that. What I can make go to set it up. So that's another issue. I'm thinking about taking my threads down and putting them, which is what I really want to do, put them in drawers or boxes, cases, or something, and get them off the wall. And that'll give me some wall space, and maybe I would be able to put my computer up higher and do some more things so I can figure out how to maneuver and get the camera over to my machine when I want to show you guys how to do stuff. So I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Don't know when that all that's gonna happen because it's just one little bitty on me that does everything. I do all of my editing. I do everything myself. Nobody helps me. So I'm trying and I'm learning as I go. So I'm figuring it out. So, Robin, I just use my phone and now tripod, but I haven't made too many videos. The phone works. I know my son in Virginia, he told me when I told him about the live stream and I was having some issues with my webcam and the internet and this and that and stuff. And he said, well, why don't you just use your phone? I didn't want to do the live stream on the phone because for one thing, I'm half blind. I need to see. And I wanted to see the chat. I wanted to see the screen. I want to do that. And you can only see so much in this little bitty thing here. And I said, that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to read the chat and look at the people and do all of that stuff. And, I'm not vlogging out here with people walking around with the camera taking pictures of the sun and the birds and the trees. That's cool for your phone, but I don't think for a live stream, for me, I don't think that's my flow. I don't think. Jackie, you said you must have charcoal for best ribs. I agree with that. And okay, Eve, she's asking you a question. Did the lady get your stuff all organized? Okay, that's. Um, I haven't done live. I no, okay. Um, doing a live for me is pretty similar to doing your video because as you guys probably guess, I am an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. So I've done most of my entire professional life talking to people. So I have no qualms talking to strange people. When I'm talking on the video or when I'm talking to you guys, in my head, I see you guys. I can see your pictures and stuff, those that you have pictures. And when I'm talking, it's just like I'm talking to somebody. So doing a live and doing a video to me is very similar. I don't feel any different in it. Actually, I kind of like the live better because I love the interaction. That part is fun. I like what we laugh and talk about and share ideas and share information and all of that kind of stuff. I love that. The videos you can always start and stop, edit, take that out, put that in, all that kind of stuff, which works. So that part helps when you're getting ready to do a video. It's not like what you get is what comes out is what you get. No, you can fix it because if that didn't work, and trust me, I've done take after take after take. Take that out, erase that out, and then you got to condense stuff and everything. So that's another aspect of the video. So I like doing them both, but it is work. It's not something that for me that is just like that because like I said, it's just me, and I'm trying to figure out how to do everything, and I'm learning as I go. So, but I like the learning. But anyway, yeah. Um, Anybody that's thinking about starting videos, like I said, I started with my phone. A lot of people just started with their phone because the reason why I stopped using my phone was because of the memory. I start not having enough memory for the videos, and that's what made me stop using my phone. If it had not been for that, I probably would have still been using my phone because I wouldn't have known any better. But that's and it's portable, but that's why I stopped using my phone because it was running out of memory. And so keep that in mind. You can only do so much on your phone. And um, back then, I was doing way too much stuff and didn't do a lot of editing and stuff like that. And Michelle, you said yes, the phone memory fills up fast, and it does. It fills up. I think I did those 3 videos, and it told me stop, stop. I'm not doing no more. Stop. So I said, my goodness, I can't do any more videos on my phone. So I need to find another solution. And I did just like E did. I went and got me an inexpensive webcam and started shooting. And but my issue was the mic. I could not get a mic that um, didn't filter out the noise, and some of it was really bad. Michelle, what software do you use for editing? I use Wondershare. Let me put this in here. Wondershare Filmora. So that's what I'm using. I use Pinnacle. Didn't like that. I tried to do the iMovie, couldn't work that out. So I just kept looking up different editing software, and a lot of them were free. And I would listen to some of the people on YouTube say use this, use that, so forth and so on. But when I got Wondershare, I was learning it better. And I'm still, trust me, I'm still learning it. I don't know how to do a lot of stuff, but I'm not as timid with it anymore as I was in the beginning. So I'm trying more things. I tried the music thing on one video and I was told it was too loud. So I haven't tried the music thing since. That didn't work. But I'm not gonna give up on it. I'm gonna figure that part out too. But that's what I use, and I do the best I can with it, and try to make everything turn out okay. So, and when I got it, you could get a lifetime subscription, a lifetime usage, or whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, I understand now it's a subscription, and you have to pay so much a month. I'm grandfathered in, thank goodness. But and I don't know how much it is a month or whatever. But that's what I think I read somewhere, because I was like getting mad because I had to talk to him one day and I said, "Wait a minute, hold up, look. When I got this is what it says." Oh, and they said, "Okay, no problem, no problem," and went on. But just keep that in mind. That's what it is. I don't think you can buy it outright anymore like they. Now, if you get an upgrade, which I did, I went from the 11 to the 12. You have to pay for your upgrade. They got another upgrade. I haven't touched it, so I don't know if it's free or not. I just haven't bothered to do it, because every time I do an upgrade, it kicks me out, and I have to go. It won't go to YouTube without the watermark, and it shouldn't have a watermark because it's paid for. So I had to go back twice to the company and say, "Look, hey, fix this, because I own this software and I don't want this watermark on it." And they go and do whatever they do, and then I'm able to use it. So I just decided this last time when I saw the upgrade, I said, I'm not even messing with that mess, because I don't even want to have to go through that anymore. Go ahead and edit my video, and then I get ready to upload it, and then it's telling me I got to go pay. No, I don't. I pay for anything, it's paid for. Now let me, and then so that puts me behind. I can't put it up when I get ready, because I got to go through the whole headache of getting in touch with customer service and all that kind of mess. So, but anyway, I do like it, and I think it's relatively easy to learn, but it is a learning process, and that's what I deal with. So, ladies, we have talked and talked and chit chat and chatted and chit chat and talked and talked. I think we need to shut it down. It's a little after 10. We get together and we just talk. We forget all about the time, which is nice for me. I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy doing the live, but I don't want to infringe on all of you. And I do appreciate you all coming in all the time. I do have your your list of things. So I will go ahead and look into that. Now I see all of this organizing stuff. Is there an organizer that goes around and organizes stuff for people that I need to know about? Because I need stuff organized. I was working in my room today trying to figure out how to get everything situated. Michelle, I have enjoyed this too, and thanks so much for the wealth of information. You're welcome. It's been fun, Robin. Thank you so much, and I do appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off and let you guys go and do what else you got to do. And we will talk next week. Please come back. Let's continue to enjoy our sisterhood. I don't think we have any brothers on here tonight, but I will talk to you guys next Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have at least one of these suggestions ready to go. And you guys have a good night and a good rest of your week, and I will see you later. Good night.